Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dr. Cliff Freeman here with another video to help every manager walk into your office confidently. Let's get into it. All right, today we're talking about, you see me looking down, obviously, as I always say, I'm looking at my notes. So, why are you still thinking about work? Why are you still thinking about work at 9 p.m.? It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You've worked all day long. Things have gone on, and now you're still thinking about work. You've come home from work, but work is still on your mind. Why are you still thinking about work at 9 p.m.? You're a manager, you're a corporate manager, you're a corporate leader, and you're still thinking about work at 9 p.m. Maybe, here's the thing, you know what's interesting? It's 9 o'clock. Your body's at home, but your mind's still at work. You've answered the emails. You left the office. As I just said, you're sitting at home. Your body's at home, but your mind is still on the office. This is what you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen. If that's you, you are not alone. So let me help you understand this whole thing. I'm Dr. Cliff Freeman, and as you know, here on this channel, this is what we talk about. We talk about helping managers create high-performing teams so without burnout, so everything does not depend on you. All right, that's what it is. That's what we're talking about today. Why you're still thinking about work at 9 p.m. Whatever time zone you're in, why you're still thinking about work at 9 p.m. So tonight, I want to talk about the real reason so many managers cannot mentally clock out. You've clocked out physically, you've left the office, or you're on salary, you've left the office, but you're still there. Mentally, you're still dealing with what happened today and what possibly is going to happen tomorrow. So, and here's the thing, here's what I've learned, that most exhausted leaders do not have a time problem. They actually have a team alignment problem. That's really what the problem usually is. It's not a time problem. You've got all the time in the world. Listen, we've all got 24 hours in a day. 8 hours at work, 10 hours at work, whatever it is that you work. But it's not a time problem. It's a team alignment problem that's causing you to keep thinking about work even when you're at home, even when you're at your kid's soccer game, or the baseball, football, track, whatever, lacrosse, whatever it is that they play, football or soccer or whatever it is. The reason why your mind is still on work is for a couple of reasons. Can I give you three of them? I'll give you three of them. As always, note takers are money makers, so make sure you take notes today. Here we go. Number one is problems follow you home. Oh, Cliff, that's obvious. That's obvious the problems follow. Well, not necessarily. Here it is. This is a big idea. You keep thinking about work because unresolved problems stay mentally open. These are things that you were supposed to get done that maybe you didn't get taken care of today while you were at work. So these are problems still sitting on your plate, team issues waiting for tomorrow. You know how we always in managerial, in leadership, and as a manager for years, I would wait until tomorrow to take care of something, to do something that needed to be done. I believe it was John F. Kennedy that said, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. A lot of times we procrastinate because we really don't want to do it. Let's just be honest. The truth of the matter is we have to deal with. And then sometimes it's the constant firefighting that you walk in the office and you're putting out fires from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave. Anybody else ever been there? I've been there. And so that's something that's causing you to keep thinking about work at home. So watch this. Unresolved problems create unfinished pressure. Let me give it to you again. Unresolved problems create unfinished pressure. So, because when leaders become the permanent problem solver, work follows them home. When leaders become the continual permanent problem solver, that's when work is going to follow you at home, because you're the only one that's able to do the work. You're the only one that's able to fix the problem. That's why people are always depending on you. That's why you're still thinking about work at 9 o'clock at night, because you're allowing things to follow you at home. It's like a little puppy dog. You're supposed to leave it where it is, but you bring it home. Okay, watch this. So if you're mentally rehearsing tonight, that is often a signal that too much depends on you. It's often a symbol that too much depends on you. I help managers work through this thing. It's not a time thing, it's a system. You need a system to put in place. If you put the system in place, the system takes care of it and not you. I call my system the corporate team alignment system. So it helps you put things in place where they need to be in order to go in to execute well. Excuse me. When priorities and expectations are unclear, leaders carry unnecessary mental weight. That's what happens. Okay. That's why the problems follow you at home. You're allowing things that you should have took care of today to fester into tomorrow. Today is the day where you got to make a decision that I'm not going to do that anymore. If you don't like thinking about work at 9 o'clock at night, right? If that's not what you want to do, if you want to be home and present with your family or your friends or whatever it is that you do, then it's very important that you leave work at work and you enjoy home while you're at home. All right, is this making sense? Here we go. That's point number one, that problems follow you home. Point number two is people depend on you too much. That's why you think about work at 9 o'clock. People depend on you too much. Exhaustion often comes from dependency, not workload. So it's not the workload that makes us exhausted. It's the fact that people depend on us. This is when something happens and folks say, well, call so-and-so, call your name, put your name in the blank. And as soon as they get to you, this is what you do. What's up? What do you need? There's a system problem. You got to put a system in place. Watch this. Your team awaits for approval. This is how you know it. Your team always has to wait for your approval. There's constant reminders. There's rescue leadership. You're rescuing folks all the time. And then you become the bottleneck. That things can't happen if you're not there. I believe it was years ago, when I was in the military, I learned this, and it rings true. That you can tell how good of a leader you are, not by when you're there, but you can tell how good of a leader you are based on what you do when you're not there. How things happen when you're not around. That's when you can tell what kind of leader you are. What you rescue repeatedly. So when you keep rescuing them from their problems, the same thing with your children. If you keep rescuing them from their problems, you reproduce repeatedly. When you keep rescuing folks, the same problems continue to come back up over and over and over again because folks don't know how to deal with it because they're totally dependent upon you. And many managers are not overloaded with work. They're overloaded with dependence. There's too many people trying to get to you because they need your approval to do something. Now, there are some things that, yes, they got to come to you to get approval for. But ladies and gentlemen, everything doesn't have to depend on you. All right. Is this making sense? So watch this. Here's this. If your phone keeps buzzing and vibrating, you keep getting text messages and calls because after hours, because nobody else can move without you, that's not leadership freedom. You're not free to be the leader that you're supposed to be. You've allowed yourself to be dependent on too much. Too much. Your folks ought to be able to do what they need to do without you. You want to walk into work. Don't you want to walk into work confidently? Right? Okay. Same thing. Help companies deal with this because now this is where the ownership comes in. When people are clear on what they're supposed to do, they can own what they're supposed to do. All right. But if they're not clear on it, they can never own it. And because they don't own it, you can't keep them accountable. Okay. Accountability comes from without, ownership comes from within. Is this making sense? All right. Let's go to point number 3. Point number 1 was problems follow you home. Number 2, people depend on you too much. Number 3, here we go. Pressure grows where trust is low. Pressure grows where trust is low. Leaders stay mentally engaged when they are unsure what will happen without them. Yeah, that's good. Leaders stay mentally engaged. At 9 o'clock, you're still mentally engaged in the day because you're not sure what will happen without you. This is when you become a micromanager. Hey, I need this done by Tuesday. And on Monday, you're saying, you got it done? What you need? Micromanager. This is when communication begins to break down. Yeah, I'm on somebody's street right now. This is when we have lack of follow through. People don't follow through on what they're supposed to do. And then you're afraid that somebody's going to drop the ball. Because pressure grows where trust is low. You don't trust your people. Don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger, right? I'm just trying to help you I'm trying to help you build a team or create a team that is a high performing team without burnout. So everything doesn't depend on you. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm here to do. So stress grows wherever trust is weak. So the more you don't trust your people, the more stress you will have. And low trust creates high supervision. Think about it. Very, very simple. You cannot rest when you don't trust the system. And in many of your cases, if this is what you are, you don't have a system in place that you could trust. And so, but then if there is one in place, you may not trust the system in order to just relax. If you're thinking to yourself like, man, I don't have time for a vacation, you the one. I can't go on vacation. What's going to happen? You the one. It's on you. Okay. And so your high performing teams create confidence because communication is clear and execution is consistent. That your people are going to execute all the time. All right. Is this making sense? All right. So now watch this. But there is hope because you don't have to stay in the shape that you're in. I love that statement. That's from an old gospel song. But you don't have to stay in the shape that you're in. Watch this. Because if you hear me carefully, if you're thinking about work at 9 p.m., it's not always proof that you're a bad leader. Okay? So, yep, it's not always proof that you're a bad leader if you're thinking about work at 9 a.m., but it may be proof that your leadership system needs some support. It needs some help. It needs some assistance. Why? Let me paint this picture for you. Imagine if you had some assistance and you got some assistance, you got somebody to help you walk through what you're doing, or you read an article or whatever it is you decided to do. Imagine how you'd be 3 weeks from now. Imagine how you'd be 3 months from now. Imagine how you'd be 3 quarters from now. Imagine how you'd be this time next year. Manager, listen, corporate leader, this is what I want you to understand. You deserve, and I'm going to read this. I want to read this verbatim because I don't want to mess this up. You deserve to walk into work confident. Why? Because the team solves problems, communicates clearly, and hits deadlines, and performs without constant reminders or rescue from you. That's what you deserve. You don't have to walk in and be a firefighter every day. You can walk in happy because you know they got that. You know they are doing what they need to do. I can't tell you how great it felt when I remember my team finally began to be able to do things on their own. Listen, that's not wishful thinking. That's just what aligned teams do. That's what teams that are lined up and teams that are in cohesion, that's what they do. Okay. So look, here's a call. Listen, this is what you ought to do. I do a free webinar. I do a free webinar every month. You can go and you should come. If this video describes you, you should come to the free webinar. It's called How to Go from Being an Overworked to an Empowered Leader. I'll tell you how to get there. If you go to drcliffreeman.com/webinar, drcliffreeman.com/webinar, you'll be able to find when the next one is. Just go to the website and you can register. It's free, totally free. So you can hear exactly what it is and why it is these things are happening and what you can do about it. Okay. Listen, maybe if you don't want to do that, the least you can do is take on these things that I've shared with you today in this video. Now share this with another leader that you know is feeling the same way. Okay. All right. That's it. That's all I ask. If this works for you, subscribe to the channel, follow. We'll be glad that you did because it helps the channel to grow. Let somebody else know that we're here. All right. I'm Dr. Cliff Freeman, and I'm all about helping managers create high-performing teams without burnout, so everything doesn't depend on you. So remember this if you remember nothing else. Teamwork. It's not talent. It's trust. I'll talk to y'all soon. See you on the next video. Peace.